Okay, welcome. This is now the third time I did this video. So welcome to online learning. We are using this method to continue our course online. So a couple things we need to mention. First of all, you should have completed this already. And try to remember, folks, this is a very easy assignment, day 1 through 5. If you were able to do it without your calculator, then you are outstanding. You're on the top notch. If you used your calculator to make it easy, you did undermine the benefit of a lot of that work. That's on you, and that's your home situation. So we're beginning our first lesson, and make sure that you're in Schoology week 1, and we're just going to take it, one step at a time. I'm going to give you this Thursday and Friday to get organized and learn how to navigate through these different things. And so our mission this week is, you already got this done, and you're going to turn it in later. Number 2, we're going to start our work in the class. So let's do it. Okay, so if you notice here at the top, we're going to be talking about directed line segment. Our standard is D7. Find the point on a directed line segment between two given points that partition the segment into a given ratio. So basically, folks, problem. Basically, folks, we, problem again. Okay, I think I got it to work. Sorry about that. So I've got a line segment right here. Let's see, let me pick a color here. How about black? Okay. So what we're going to do, this is the goal. The goal is if I'm starting here at some location and I'm going to go, let's just say 14/17, the distance from here to here. That's going to be over here somewhere. This has an XY. This has an XY. I want to find that point. Now that's where we're going. That's what we need to do. But I'm going to take you just one step at a time. One step at a time. So let's begin with some easy stuff. So here we go. Well, first of all, it'd be good to kind of look at some of these words. Find a point. We talked about that on a directed line. So when we say a directed line, we mean a line starting here going this way, starting here going this way. There's a certain direction to the line. Segment, so it's always going to be a line segment given 2 points. So there's always going to be 2 points that make up that segment, and we're going to be going like this way or this way. And it partitions it into a given ratio. So let's just say we want to go halfway. So this part is 1/2, that part's 1/2. Or you could say I want to partition it into fourths. So I want to go 1/4 away. So this part would be 1/4 and that would be 3/4. Now I'm going to just take this very much step by step and starting with the easiest way of explaining it and then just get more and more and more involved so you know what you are doing. Very good. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, so here we go. I'm just going to draw a little line segment. So, right, we have a starting point, we got an ending point. Let's call this I-75, okay? Let's say this was mile marker 0, that's mile marker 10, and I wanted you to travel from left to right, and I wanted you to go halfway. Well, halfway is pretty easy, okay? So that's just 5. Now, how can I get that 5? Well, the whole thing was 10. Half of it is just 5. So I add the 5 to the 0. I go 5 to the right. No big deal. All right, let's try, instead of I-20, let's do I-75. So again, here, here, let's say this is mile marker 0, mile marker 10, and let's say I wanted you to go 3/5 the way. 3/5 the way. Well, let's see, that's 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, 5/5. Okay, so 3/5 the way. Actually, that's a little bit further. Okay, right here. Now, how would I know what to do? I said 3/5 the way. 3/5 the way. So it's 3/5 of the total distance, which is 10. Okay, so you do that on the calculator, you get what? 6. Okay, so I want you to go to the number 6, the location 6. Now, what does that mean? That means we partition this into 3/5 and 2/5. All they want to know is what is the point, and the point right there is 6. So try to use these little small pictures as a common sense way of understanding the problem. We're going to continue. Let's say I've got another line segment right here. What's the matter? Why am I not writing? Hold on. Got to come. Here we go. I'm going to try that again. So here's this segment right here, okay? And we've got a beginning part, and we have an ending point right here. And let's call this A. Let's call this B. Now, let's say I want you to go 3/4 the way from A to B. 3/4 the way from A to B. 3/4. Well, let's see, that would be half. That would be 1/4. That would be 2/4. That would be 3/4. So 3/4 the way from A to B would be right here. Okay. Now, what number would that be? Well, that's 4. That looks like 6. So 6. Now, how could I do that using numbers? Well, I could take the whole length, which is 8 minus 0. Well, that's 8. And then do 3/4 of that. 3/4 of that. What's 3/4 of that length? Well, basic multiplying fractions, that's 6. So that length is 6. We got to add the 6 to the beginning, the 0, and I get right here. Okay, that should be pretty straightforward. Okay, don't make more of this than it really is. Now, watch what I do. Now, I'm going to go, okay, got a new segment. Here's my point here. Here, this is now 2, and this is 8, okay? And let's say I wanted to go halfway. Well, you're going to want to say 4, but that's not it. Halfway is right here. Halfway from the 2 to the 8. Well, how am I going to do that? By the way, I'm going to go the whole length, which is 8 minus 2. Isn't that 6? Now, I want half of that length. So I'm going to multiply by a half, which is 3. But the number's not 3. This is 3 units. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to go 2 plus 3, and that's 5. So 5 is halfway between 2 and 8. So that's how you understand how to locate your point. You were supposed to find a point, and that would be 5. Let's keep working. Okay, we're going to do an I-75. So this is -2. We're in like Florida. And this is like 5. Now, what I'm wanting you to do is, let's call this A and B. I want you to go 7/10 the way from A to B. A to B. Okay. Well, 7/10 is more than halfway. So, like we're thinking like right here. Okay. Well, let's see. How are we going to do that? Well, first of all, we got to find the whole length. So, where I'm ending up minus where I started. Okay, this is called the directed line segment. Well, that's 7. That makes sense because it's 5 miles in Georgia, then 2 miles into Florida. Okay, I get that. Now, I got to figure out how far 7/10 of that distance is. Well, that's easy. I just go 7 times 7 over 10. Okay, you know, that's going to be 49 over 10, or 4.9. Okay, so what's happening? I'm going to, the whole length right here is 7, and 7/10 of that is 4.9. Now, am I looking here at 4.9? No, it's 4.9 from the -2. So I'm going to have to go -2 plus 4.9 equals 2.9. Make sense? So this point right here is at 2.9. Now someone says, well, how do you know that? Well, let's see, there's 7, so I'm going to guesstimate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that'll be -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so my 2.9 should have been right there. 7, 1, 2. No, I had to divide it into 10. Okay, see, what if I can go backwards on that? Okay, got to divide that into 10. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that would be -2, -1, 0. No, that's not right either. Divide that into 10. No, that is right. Okay, but those numbers are not going to exactly line up. Anyway, 2.9 is the answer. Sorry for all that thinking. Okay, now we're ready for like the real deal. So this is a line segment, and it starts at 0, 0, and it ends at 8, 6. Okay, and we want to go halfway. We want to go halfway. I want to know the point that's halfway. Well, now what we got to do is we got to do them separately. So it's going to be, let's do the x first. It's 0 plus what? Half the distance. What's the x distance? 8 minus 0. 8 minus 0, okay. That looks right. Comma, the y. Well, where does the y start? The y starts at 0 plus half the y distance. What's the y distance? 6 minus 0. 6 minus 0, okay. So this is like a big ordered pair, okay. So what are we going to have? We're going to have 0 plus 4, comma, 0 plus 3, which is what? 4, 3. So 4, 3 is the point on the coordinate plane that's halfway. So that's like, 1 over 2, and that's 1 over 2. It adds up to the whole line segment. All right, so that's a way of understanding that. Okay, now we're going to get a little closer to what we need to do. Now this ordered pair is, we'll say 0, 0 again. Okay, and then this ordered pair is 8, 6. Okay, now I want to find the point along this line segment going this way that partitions it in a ratio of 3 to 1. 3 to 1. Well, how many pieces are there altogether? There are 4. There's going to be 4. Let's see, just add these two numbers together and say 4. And really what I'm looking for is 3/4 the way from the beginning to the end. Okay, that's pretty easy. So how do I do that? Same way. Let's do the x first. It's 0 plus what? 3/4 the distance